Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jason with Buddha Farms coming to you Monday, March 26, 2018. All right, this is going to be part two of my soil block test video. Essentially, what we were doing, if you remember back. If not, I'll throw a little box somewhere up in here of the past video. Essentially, what we're doing is testing whether or not the Elliott Coleman mix, that is a mixture of a bunch of different things: peat moss, compost, fertilizer, all kind of different things. Perlite just makes a nice fluffy mix. Works as well or better than just a potting mix or a planting mix that you can get in the bag. Not necessarily a Miracle Grow, but something along those lines. Before I bring you down and show you what we got, so it's been a couple of weeks from then, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Jeanette over at Dolls and Dandies on Facebook for making this awesome patch I got on my hat. And I got another, you see me wear the black hat with the embroidery. She does the embroidery and the patches and all that good stuff. Awesome job. And also the wife for making most of the shirts I wear, you know, not the not the superhero shirts, but the Smoking Buddha stuff and Buddha Farms and those kind of things. She does a great job too. But I'll throw some links in there below to their pages and Instagram, so y'all can check them out, follow along, and hey, maybe even get a cool Buddha Farm shirt too. All right, guys, I'm gonna take you down to continue on with the soil block test and show you what's going on and how everything's turned out just in the past couple of weeks. All right, guys, this is the first one. This is the potting mix that we use, just the bag potting mix. What I'm looking at is we got about 6 seeds that didn't germinate or not really well, but everything else looks pretty good for just being a couple of weeks out. Let's see, we got 16, 20, 24, 20, 27. So 27, 6 didn't germinate on the regular potting mix. And this is the Elliott Coleman mix, and about the same really. We got 5 that didn't germinate at all, 1 that's just really tiny. So we got a double in there. We'll pop that out. But essentially they both look about the same. They're both growing well, but the difference being that this took the Elliott Coleman mix takes a lot more ingredients, costs more, a little more time consuming to mix everything up. But whether or not it's worth it to do that compared to this is we're still going to see as far as the growing process goes, and we'll do an updated video once I get them in the ground. But as of right now, I think just for time and money, just the regular potting mix looks just about on par with the Elliott Coleman mix. All right, guys, so from those results, everything kind of still looks on par, leaning towards the bagged grow mix, just because of the time and money saving so far. But we're still going to put them in the ground, see how they all go. But that's going to be in the next few weeks. We'll throw them out there. They're still not ready to go out. They're still too tiny. On another note, whether or not the soil blocks themselves are worth making, what I'm going to show you here in a minute also is our lettuce. What I was saying was we had the little small soil blocks, the little 3/4 inch, that I'm starting like my lettuce seeds in, and unfortunately they do well. It's perfect for the seeds, but as they're growing they kind of get stunted if you don't put them in the bigger soil blocks. So then I'm planting hundreds of lettuce seeds like that, and you got to make another hundreds or so. I think I got right here, I got 160 I had to make larger soil blocks for. I mean, it takes a lot of soil up, whether or not just putting them in the big soil blocks first or getting the seed trays, which will have 120 or more little soil compartments, little seed spots that you can plant, and they'll grow big enough in those because it's a lot more soil than the tiny ones. And then we can just put them straight into the ground, and that'll save on time, mostly time, because the soil blocks do take a long time to make. Now, for a home use, it's probably okay to use the soil blocks. They do work well. My only concern is having to make, once I get a little more substantial, making hundreds and hundreds of soil blocks. It's going to take a lot of time and effort, whether or not just doing it that way or just throwing them into a pre-made plastic tray with a bunch of holes that you can just drop seeds in individually instead of making these giant blocks constantly. So still debating whether or not to use a soil block maker, but we're going to continue on with this test, and maybe I'll look at getting some trays that I can use to seed, and just seeing if everything goes well with that as in the future, especially since I'm hopefully growing and everything goes well. All right, guys, I really appreciate y'all following along. Be sure to like and subscribe so y'all can see how the soil block test works and everything else we have going on at the farm. Should be doing in the next day or two, should be doing a little farm tour just to kind of see how everything's growing, show you all around a little bit and get a little more detail of what we got going on here. All right, guys, talk to y'all later. Bye.